What if I told you that right now, in this very moment, that you have more opportunity in front of you than at any other time in history? More chances to create wealth, more chances to create freedom, and more chances to build a life on your terms. And yet, most business owners and CEOs and entrepreneurs, they are struggling. They feel overworked, overwhelmed, and are stuck in a cycle of stress, burnout, and self-sabotage. But what if I told you that it doesn't have to be that way? What if you could work less and gain more results? What if you could have more success with less stress? What if you could build a business that gives you more money, more time, more energy, and more freedom without sacrificing your health or your relationships? Well, that's exactly what I'm going to show you inside to become the 21st century entrepreneur through this 3-day challenge. And the best part, it's completely free. This is why I believe that you need this now, because the sad truth is that most entrepreneurs are playing the game the old way. They are grinding 24/7, thinking hard work alone will lead to success. They're chasing the money only to lose their health, relationships, and their happiness. Are trapped in a constant cycle of stress, burnout, self-doubt, and frustration. Now listen, I've seen this firsthand, and I've been hired and I've coached world-famous CEOs, world-champion athletes, movie stars, singers, and celebrities who from the outside looked like they had it all, but behind the scenes, they were struggling. Why? Because they never learned the new way of doing business, a way that allows you to build a thriving business while protecting your energy, your health, and your sanity to unlock more creativity, more productivity, and more impact without burning out, to be able to break free from fear, procrastination, imposter syndrome, and self-sabotage. This is the 21st century way of doing business. This is how you create success that lasts. This is what I'm going to teach you in this 3-day challenge. Now, here's your solution and what you're going to get. Over the 3 transformational power sessions, we're going to come together live for about 90 powerful minutes every day. And I'm going to be walking you through so that you can create your own customized IMAP. That's an intelligent, massive action plan. This is the same system that I've used where I learned how to have more energy, more passion, more freedom than ever before, even at almost 52 years old. I literally feel that I'm just getting started. I get to travel the world, take on new adventures, and keep growing year after year. I get to build a life that is not just about making money, but about making an impact. And now I want to gift this to you. Why? Because I believe that you were born for more, because the world needs more entrepreneurs who know how to create success without destroying themselves in the process. And because this one decision to show up for this challenge could be the turning point that changes everything for you. But here's the deal. Opportunities like this don't wait. You either step forward and claim your future, or you stay stuck in the same cycle, hoping for change that never comes. This is your moment. All you have to do is click the link, register now, and show up ready to take action. And remember this, if you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. So let's make sure that your plan is one that gives you the success, the money, the freedom, and the life you truly deserve. So click the link, get registered, and I'll see you inside the challenge. This is your time. This is your future. This is the moment where everything changes, and I'll see you on the inside. So click the link and register now.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me and see me now? Sure. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Not a problem at all. Look, thank you. It's great to be here, Skip, and uh, just to reconnect the journey again. Gosh, that was such a long time ago, right? So, okay. I mean, it was exactly 11 years ago when I started with Skip, and we exchanged messages, and there I was on a retreat in Madeira in Spain. Okay, so my name's Ishan. I used to lead financial services in Microsoft, so as a services senior exec, and so that's Europe and UK. And you know what it's like, right, Skip? So when you're in a corporate environment, there it's like you're a clown juggling loads of things, right? And you're juggling lots of things, and you kind of you kind of land up in a role, and you think, yeah, it's going to be fine. And the thing is that what happens is the harder you work, the more is shifted. It just comes your way, and the more it comes, the more you try and work harder and harder and harder. And what you do is you sort of negotiate things within yourself. You negotiate your time, your health, and everything else in your relationships. So, answering your question in terms of where I was in a very extremely busy frame of mind, where things what I thought was working well, but I was working harder and harder, doing what I think would be making life better, but it wasn't. It was just working hard at what I was trying to do and create more happiness. But no, it was challenging. It was a challenging role. Challenge. Everything was a challenge. Yeah, yeah. So that's a good question, Skip. So before I joined any kind of large company, I come from a corporate background. I mean, I was very healthy, but as soon as I got into the corporate environment, you kind of forget about number one. Number one is your health. So what was happening was that I was forgetting about number one, which is my health, and I was working on the other side of the wheel, which is the company side of the wheel, right? So working on that, trying to trying to impress and trying to build my career, so to speak. But that was done by sacrificing time and focus and what really is my purpose and my design, and that was actually my health. So my health went down, just like this phone went down for a couple of seconds. It went down, and the to come back up, I I needed somebody to just come to me and say, it's okay. You need to you need to just rewire yourself and do things slightly differently. And that never happened because organizations have their own kind of focus and their own kind of desire to do things. You're not number one for them. For number one for them is other things, right? So we all know that. But you've got to look after number one, which is your health and you. And things have changed now, by the way. I mean, there are companies that are now looking at balanced way of living and everything else. But going back now, this is going back decades, right? So things were different at that time. Yeah. 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 Sure. So organizations, companies out there will have their own agenda, which is not aligned to your agenda. I now run my own business, which is, the mission, everything is aligned to what I want it to be aligned to. And that's the big difference. When I talk about alignment, let me just share with you what I mean. That means about what's right and what's designed for me. What's going to help me create happiness? And happiness is not just coming out of work and faking it, kind of, yeah, I'm happy and I'm just having a laugh and a giggle and everything else. Happiness is a combination of knowing that I'm enjoying myself, I'm doing something that gives me a buzz, and by doing what I'm doing, I'm creating a real clear journey for myself, which is complementing my core values, is helping my family, is helping my kids, and the people around me and my friends. And I live and love life, right? So that's about being healthy and having a buzz, a real deeper level of, the word I like to use is zest, if that makes sense, right? Yeah, 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 yeah. It's coming. It's like Skip. If I was asked to ask you, well, would you like to go back in the oven again at 250 degrees temperature? Right? You know what it's like, right? So you know exactly what that's like. It's terrible, and I love that story. When I was there in Mariah and it was raining, it all comes. You see, the thing is that when you're doing something that you don't enjoy, everything is noisy, right? Everything is, it's in corporate world out there, it's very noisy. You're not really engaging, and you're not seeing, you're not feeling, you're not sensing what you really need to sense. And when it's raining, you can hear the raindrops literally land on the leaves on these plants. And when you listen to those, it's more than orgasmic. It takes you to a different level, because that takes you to a meditative level, and the frequency over there is just different. I have no way to explain it. It's a different frequency, it's a different level, and you go deeper and deeper, and you stay there for a couple of minutes, and it just like sends shivers down all over your body. That's called healing. It's called pure natural cure. And that's what I felt when I was there, because that's what everybody can do. And you have it, as you know, I have, everybody has it. But it's just about cutting off from the noise, and allowing yourself and to do what you're designed to do, which is about looking after your health and having fun. Yeah, 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 Absolutely critical. You know, it's like look, uh, the best way to put it, it's like air, right? Oxygen to your body. You got to do something about it, and if you don't do anything about it, it's your loss. You want to either stay where you are. Taking action is the biggest thing, right? So you got to take action. But it's for number one. It's for your health, and everybody thinks it's not. Wealth comes first. It doesn't. Health comes first. You know, if you're not, you're put here. Look, I've shared this with you many times. When you're healthy, you've got 1,001 things to do. If you're unhealthy and you're sick, you've only got one thing to do: look after yourself, right? Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, let's put it this way: it's when you look at a vehicle that's in a farm,